Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me today in my studies. This is day 2 of vocal readings from Book 16, Tribe on Homecoming and Belonging by Sebastian Junger. I've included a link in the notes in the case that you'd like to see more details about the book. This section of the book focuses on the contrast between the alienating effects of wealth and the sense of belonging that can be fostered in a more communal society that emphasizes the collective well-being. The alienating effects of wealth and modernity on the human experience start virtually at birth and never let up. As modern society reduced the role of community, it simultaneously elevated the role of authority. The two are uneasy companions, and as one goes up, the other tends to go down. The following quote is in reference to the regulatory patterns observed in communal societies. Not only are bad actions punished, but good actions are rewarded. When a person does something for another person, a prosocial act as it's called, they are rewarded not only by group approval, but also by an increase of dopamine and other pleasurable hormones in their blood. Group cooperation triggers higher levels of oxytocin, for example, which promotes everything from breastfeeding in women to higher levels of trust and group bonding in men. Both reactions impart a powerful sensation of well-being. It can be assumed that hunter-gatherers would treat their version of a welfare cheat or dishonest banker as decisively as they would a coward. They may not kill him, but he would certainly be banished from the community. The fact that a group of people can cost American society several $1 trillion in losses, roughly 1/4 of that year's domestic product, and not be tried for high crimes, shows how completely detribalized the country has become. To the extent that boys are drawn to war, it may be less out of an interest in violence than a longing for the kind of maturity and respect that often come with it. Before reading the following quote, I want to share that it may be controversial. It's easy for me to imagine it being a tricky task at the very least to collect and analyze data during or after a natural disaster or man-made disaster. However, I do think that it's valuable to consider this idea and to ask ourselves questions about it. Communities that have been devastated by natural or man-made disasters almost never lapse into chaos and disorder. If anything, they become more just, more egalitarian, and more deliberately fair to individuals. Despite erroneous news reports, New Orleans experienced a drop in crime rates after Hurricane Katrina, and much of the looting turned out to be people looking for food. When people are actively engaged in a cause, their lives have more purpose, with a resulting improvement in mental health, Lyons wrote in the Journal of Psychosomatic Research in 1979. It would be irresponsible to suggest violence as a means of improving mental health, but the Belfast findings suggest that people will feel better psychologically if they have more involvement with their community. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to sharing more tomorrow. And until then, I hope you have a lovely day.